Hello everyone, Chocolo Roberto again for the next part of my top 50 chocs of all time. This time we're on 40 to 36. So we're getting not quite well, still in the sort of the latter half of the list. So if that's the right term. We're getting there essentially. So we're only going to get better as we go on. A few caveats before I start. I've mentioned these other ones, but the gist of it is these only include chocolates I've reviewed, purely because I think it'd be better to do that really. I've reviewed most of the ones I really like, so of course as I keep going on in the list, we'll get more and more in there. But for the moment, that's basically how I've compiled the list. But it does mean you can see reviews of all the chocolates in here. So if you want more information, you can look into that. And of course, and the way I formulated this list, basically I just ranked each chocolate based on which one I would like to eat over others. So number one chocolate bar I prefer to have over all the others. Basically, if I had the choice in front of me, generally I would always pick that one unless something strange was going on. And that's basically how I've worked it out. So number two I would eat before all the others other than number one, and so on and so forth. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so without further ado, I'll put on my trusty specs, my chocolate specs. And let's see, number 40, we have Cadbury Snack. Those of you who watch my reviews regularly will know that I'm quite fond of chocolate with biscuit inside. If you're from the US, biscuit, you probably would say, I guess it's cookie. Essentially that sort of, well there you go, that's basically what it is. And Cadbury Snack is really like that. It has a sort of shortbread biscuit on the inside covered in chocolate. You get it's kind of like you come with little sort of squares of this really. It comes with it's not in a bar. It's kind of in you get about 6 of them or something like that per chocolate bar, and you can eat each one individually or whatever. And they're essentially little biscuits, I guess, or little cookies covered in chocolate. I do like them a lot. Nice Cadbury's chocolate, nice shortbread biscuit on the inside. Really tasty, so good stuff there. I do like those. Now number 39, Twix. Well, the first very mainstream bar, I think you'd say. Twix is I wouldn't say it's the most exciting bar in the world, but I've regularly found myself eating it when at the local vending machine or whatever, or when I'm buying some chocolate. Essentially, it's a 2-fingered bar with biscuits on the inside, with caramel on top of that, and then basically covered in milk chocolate. So yeah, it's a nice bar really. It just has nice ingredients. I wouldn't say the chocolate's the best in the world, but it's just nice because of what's in it really. I do I enjoy the biscuit part, enjoy the caramel. It lasts a bit longer because it's quite chewy as well. It doesn't just go straight away when you eat it like some chocolate bars do. So I like it. It's a nice one. Okay, number 38. Possibly a controversial one here. It's basically Milkybar milk and cookies. So this is a sort of offshoot of the Nestlé Milkybar, white chocolate bar. But this one's essentially filled with what's called cookies, and these are essentially bits of Oreo biscuit is the gist of it. You might be wondering why this is a few places higher than the Dairy Milk Oreo bar, Dairy Milk Oreo and the Oreo Big Taste Dairy Milk bar and this, that and the other. And it's basically because this one doesn't have that sort of weird creamy centre. I don't say weird, but this cream centre that those bars have, as well as the cookie or the Oreo part. This one is just basically white chocolate with bits of Oreo in it, and I just prefer that. I'm not a massive fan of that sort of creamy centre that those other bars have. I mean, I don't mind it, but when faced with other bars without that in the centre and just a crunchy bit in, I would go for those every time. I think really. Also, just fancied a bit of a change, but yeah. So that's why this one's higher on the list. So there we go. It's quite nice. It's an interesting one actually. Before we move on to the next one, I think that we'll see how long that one's out for. Really, it might be a very limited run. I don't know. And it was kind of separate from the other bars as well. It was kind of in the sort of snack bar section or whatever, I think. So might have to look out for that one. It may not last forever, that one. So definitely check it out while it's about, I'd say. Go out your way to get it. It is nice. Right, the next one, number 37. This perhaps a controversial one here. It's KitKat Chunky with cookie dough. Now I think this is basically a new bar. It's only been out a couple of months, 3 months maybe, that I've seen. And cookie dough is a sort of the new thing in the UK really, or relatively new. I mean, I know in the US they've had it for years and years and years and stuff, but generally here it wasn't really heard of until probably something along the lines of Ben and Jerry's came out with cookie dough ice cream or something like that. And I love Ben and Jerry's cookie dough. It's probably one of my favourite ice creams there is out there. But I found that really the problem with this bar, why it's lower on the list than you'd think it would be, because I do quite like KitKat Junkies very much. It's just the fact that I think the cookie doesn't work without something with it. In my view, I like it with either ice cream or something or whatever. And I realise, there's a bit of it doesn't make much sense when I say that, because obviously it comes with the chocolate and the crunchy bits of the KitKat. But I don't know, because it's the overwhelming flavour in this bar, just for me it just wasn't enough to carry it on its own. It needed something else that was nice. As I say, in the Ben and Jerry's case, you've got the ice cream and things like that with it, and there's chocolatey bits in there as well. I'm not sure. There's just more to it, and it's just nicer. Whereas I think this, it just didn't work as a chocolate bar. Just the cookie dough just wasn't enough to carry it on its own, and the other bits were kind of pushed to the side as a result of it. So I just felt it wasn't quite, basically, good enough really. I think on its own as a flavour. So bit of a shame. I was disappointed really, but still, it's still 36 on the list. That's not bad at all, to be honest with you. It's still nice, and I still have it quite often. There's just many bars above it that I think I prefer to have really. So there we go. What can I say? Don't flame me all at once. Hey guys, sorry for the breaking continuity there. Basically I just decided to redo this part, but number 36, it's Cadbury's Heroes, formerly Cadbury's Miniature Heroes. You'd think, being a selection and being Cadbury's, they'd be very high on the list, a lot higher than this. But 36 is still good. But I just think, I don't know, I think they don't give you the same satisfaction as having one of each of the individual parts of this selection. So basically, for those of you who don't know, it's kind of a selection of chocolates based on Cadbury's classics or Cadbury's favourites. I think Dairy Milk, Whisper, Caramel, Eclairs, Twisted by like a sort of cream egg affair sort of in the bar, one segment of that. I think that's it. It might be another one. Anyways, distributors. It's kind of like each there's sort of a distribution of many different individual segments of those bars or whatever, little chunks of those bars. So you think it'd be perfect, really. This is the ideal box of chocolates. Especially since some of them are so nice. But I don't know. It just doesn't quite work out that way. You don't get quite a lot of the ones that you'd think you would, and the distribution's a bit off in some places. So you might get 6 of one and 3 of another or something like that. It doesn't quite work that well. And I don't know. Cadbury's Fudge is the one I mentioned that. But yes, and some of them are just better than others. I mean, the Twisted Eclairs and the Fudge are just not, that great really. Compared to the others. So you've got sort of half the box or whatever is ones you're not too bothered on. And so it's a bit like that really. It's okay. It's all right. But I think there could be stronger Cadbury's chocolates in there, and I think there's not enough of the ones you do like and things like that. So, but overall, all in all, it is a really nice selection. It's lovely to have all these different Cadbury's assortments. Such really nice chocolates. But I think I don't know. I think it's just something a bit more substantial having one of the chocolate bars sometimes. As opposed to just little chunks of it, and then if you're sharing with someone, they pinch half of them, and you end up with none of the Whispers left and stuff like that. So I mean, still really good though, still really nice, really tasty, definitely recommended. But it's not quite more than the sum of its parts. That's the problem with this one, I think. But there you go, still very much recommended. Okay, so I'm going to segue back into the regular film now. So enjoy it. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Basically, we've done the top, where are we now? So yes, 35 to 31 next time, so we're getting well underway now. Let me know if you agree with the choices or whatnot. Maybe the cookie dough one is your number one, who knows. I apologise if it is. But let me know what you think. It'd be good to hear from you. Subscribe, like my videos, all this, that and the other. Follow me on Twitter. And I'll see you next time. Okay, thanks for watching guys, take care. See you soon. Bye for now. See ya.